will introduce myself briefly. My name is Laylatul Latifah. I am student of the Pamulang University, majoring in English Literature. Today, I will explain about the pragmatic. Do you know about the pragmatic? If you know, it's good for you. If you don't know, I will explain in this video about the definition of the pragmatic according to experts, examples of the pragmatic, types of context in the pragmatic, and the last one is the fact pragmatic can be dealt of the various sorts. First, I will explain definition pragmatic according to the expert. Pragmatic in the outline is the study of the practical aspect of the human action and the thought, the study of the use of linguistic sense, word, and the sentence in actual situation. Now, I will move to explain definition of the pragmatic according to expert. First, in the Stalnaker in 1972, pragmatic is the study of the texts, at least in the part, implicature, perception, speak acts, and the aspect of the discourse structure. Second is the George Green in 1989. According to the author, pragmatic is the study of the mechanisms that support this faith, a faith so strong that man can use the term communicate interchangeably with the speak or the write, never noticing that the term communication presupposes achievement of the intent effect of the verbal action upon the addresses, whereas speaking and writing do not. Third is Jenny Thomas in 1995. According to the author, pragmatic is a making meaning is a dynamic process involving the negotiation of the meaning between speaker and hearer, the context of the utterance, physical, social, and linguistic, and the meaning of the potential of the utterance. Four is Casper in 1997 defines pragmatic as the study of the communicative action in the social-cultural context. 5 is George Yule in 1996. According to this author, pragmatic is concerned with the four dimensions of the meaning. First, the study of the speaker's meaning. 2, the study of the contextual meaning. 3, the study of the how gets communicate that is said. 4, the study of the expression of the relative distance. 6 is May Jacob in 2001. According to the author, pragmatic is the studies the use of the language in the human communication as determined by condition of the society. 7 is Ian Huang in 2007. According to author, pragmatic is the systematic study of the meaning by virtue of or depends on the use of the language. The central topic of the inquiry of the pragmatic includes implicature, perceptions, speak acts, and texts. 8 is Cass in 2030. According to this author, the socio-cognitive approach emphasizes that linguistic production and the conversation involved both prior experience and knowledge, and emergence, actual situation experience and knowledge co-constructed by intercultures. It claims that the meaning follows of the linguistic expressions encapsulating prior context of the experience play as important a role in the meaning construction and comprehension as actual situational context. Examples of the pragmatic. Here are the 3 examples that can help illustrate pragmatic in use in everyday conversation. First example is, how are you? This everyday greeting is rarely met with a response that involves discussing every medical and a personal detail that may affect how the person is feeling on a given day, which will make up the literal response to the question. Instead, you make respond to the question with, fine, how are you? This will be the pragmatic response since you are making the presuppositions that the speaker's intention was for the question to be an implied greeting and not a literal question about how you are doing at the exact moment. Second example is, luggage must be carried on the escalator. The sentence on the referential sense in the airport is linguistically ambiguous, although not usually pragmatically ambiguous. Someone who has never gone to an airport before may misinterpret the semantic, literal meaning as the comment that everyone must rush over the escalator while carrying their luggage. But thanks to the pragmatic, the inclusion of the context with the sense, you know that the sense only applies to people who are actively taking luggage on the escalator, not everyone. The context of the situation determines the sentence meaning. The third example is I have two sons. While not necessarily ambiguous, this sentence contains an implication that the speaker has not more than two sons. However, it is possible that speakers could have more than two sons, and the statement will still be truthful. Pragmatic incorporates the context of the utterance to determine meaning. Therefore, a preceding question of "Do you have any children?" would change the response implication to be that the speakers only have two children, two sons. Furthermore, of the preceding question of "Do you have any sons?" will change the response implication to be that the speakers may have one or more daughters in addition to having two sons. In pragmatic has four types context. There are physical context. This encompasses what is physically present around the speakers or hearers at the time of the communication. Physical in pragmatic has four types context. There are physical context. This encompasses what is physically present around the speakers or hearer at the time of the communication, what objects are visible, where the communication is taking place, what is going on around. Examples of the sentence: I want that book is accompanied by pointing to be here at 9 o'clock tonight. Is explained about the place or the time reference. 2 is linguistic context. What has been said before in the conversation, the history of things said so far. The example of the sentence, I can't believe you said that. The second example, if my mom heard you talk like that, she'd wash your mouth out with soap. Third is social context, the social relationship of the people involved in communication. The example of the sentence is, Mr. President, stop bugging me and go home. You cannot talk like this to the president. Information about what is true and what is false. A second example is, I do hereby humbly request that you make endeavor to telephone me with the news of your arrival at your domicile when such arrival occurs. The fourth is epistemic, knowledge and a belief of the speakers of hearer. The last one is, there are the facts with the pragmatic deals are of the various sorts, including the first, fact about the objective fact of the utterance, including who the speaker is when the utterance occurs. The second is a fact about the speaker intention. On the near side, what the language the speaker intends to be using, what the meaning she intends to be using, whom she intends to refer to with various source names, whether a pronoun is used demonstratively or anaphorically, and the like. On the far side, what she intends to achieve by saying what she does. The third is fact about the belief of the speakers and those to whom she speaks and the conversation they are engaged in. What the belief do they share? What is the focus of the conversation? What are they talking about? 4 is a fact about relevant social institutions such as promisings, marriage ceremonies, courtroom procedures, and the like, which affect what the person accomplishes in or by saying what she does. Thank you for watching my video. See you next time.